ready, you can make the countdown, and let's try not to die too often.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so
Good
yeah,
luck.
thank you very much. So we are playing right now Wonderboy 3, The Dragon's Trap, the old one, not the remake. There's a remake of 2017. And yeah, interesting part about this game is it's a little bit harder. Because you have to collect kind of things called charm stone to have more charm to buy things. Yeah, what can I say about this game? It has some funny ditches. It's known as one of the best Sega Master System games ever made, 8-bit category, and it's fun to hear and to watch. So this game starts in the moment when Wonderboy 2 stops. And yeah, you are just playing a little bit the short way of the second Wonderboy here with the dungeon, and there's a flame flying around us, and we don't even know what this flame is doing. Turns us into a lizard. So, what is the key about this game? The game, like I said, starts in the end of Wonderboy 2, and you defeat the end boss actually from Wonderboy 2. And this, oops, forgot that guy. This dragon, Mecha Dragon, is just transforming you into a lizard man. And to get back into human form, you actually have to defeat a lot of dragons in the monster world to change forms, and in the end get the human form back again. So yeah, this is kind of the game. It's a kind of an open world. The only problem about that's not really an open world is that you cannot go everywhere. You have to get different forms, like different forms. Like here's the lizard man. Later you find other forms, and in the end, like you can only reach forms in a different kind of way. So you have to defeat bosses to get a new form, and then you can just go into the next world. Because yeah, you have to swim, or you have to fly, or you have to go as a horseman or whatever. So, and now you see just that the old castle is destroyed and you don't even know what to do, and you are a lizard man, and before we had 8 hearts, but they got taken away, and now we have just 1 heart. And since everybody loves risky runs, like I know these people, we will play the risky way. That means we are not taking any hearts, we play with 1 heart, taking low security, and yeah, like I said, hopefully not getting damaged. It's kind of a similar situation like if you are following, for example, Mega Man X, playing low percent, so that means every hit brings you into the situation that you have perhaps a death. So yeah. We need 59 gold for buying an armor and a sword later. That's enough. We have to go on the beach and collect a key. Why do I take damage? It's very easy, because we are using Death Warp. Because the Death Warp is faster than going backtracking, you know. So we are taking all the damage what we can, getting the key, and then just directly dying. That's how it goes. The only problem about the Death Warp is, of course, that you don't have any more potion. So if I lose this heart, what you see right now, I will be dead and have to start again in the beginning. So let's try to get a potion here. If not, we play without. So we don't get the potion because I was pressing start too early. But the good thing is I know which kind of pattern is coming, because you see that. So it should be fine as long as we are not getting any hits. So the problem about this Sega Master System console was that there was no start button on the controller. So to go into that pause menu, you have to go on the console, press the pause there, select the things, and then go out again. So yeah, this is how it goes. And we're going into the first part of the dungeon. Like I said, already mentioned, we try not to get any hits jumping over these snakes. In the remake, actually, you cannot jump over these guys. but in the old version you can actually jump over them. Collecting here the boomerang. And like I already mentioned, since I saw where this potion stopped in the screen where you can get an extra potion, I know what kind of pattern is coming here. So it's not random. In the moment when I get hit, everything changes, so let's better not get hit. And here I know that the second one is going up, so if you get hit from this guy, for example, we die. So yeah, you can see that I played this game a lot, so I know different kind of patterns. And if nothing goes wrong, we should be fine until the boss. Speed strats, like always, most of the games know this. Jumping over enemies, trying not to get hit, and yeah, use the fastest corner as possible. The actual world record of this game is in any percent from myself 28 minutes and 54 seconds. But I'm thinking about an average about, let's say, 30 minutes. It also depends of if we play as Hawkman in the end or not. So yeah, funny part, like here you have just to do a special pattern, like jump over, you know. That is, for example, a mistake I just made because I was worrying. That should be all fine. And I think we are resetting or reset it right now. We will see if we reset something. Here you have to stop on the trampolines. And that happened! I died! And we were talking about this. Okay, so we had the first death because I was too near to the enemy. Do you know what that means? We have to do all the stuff again. And that is annoying. So what we are doing right now, we are taking the extra heart just to be safe, you know. Sorry guys! Estimate will be gone. It's fine. So, I mean, can happen. It's not a big deal. We just try to continue. Now we have 2 hearts and yeah, let's play all this part again what we just lost. Kind of sad actually. Never happened before. Now you know this. So, let's do it again. And try not to die this time. So you can actually see how risky this run is because of the damage. Yeah, the biggest problem about this game is definitely the damage, what is huge. It always depends if you get hit by the projectile or if you get hit by an enemy. Should we take it? Yeah, we should take it. And yeah, for example, oh, we got an extra potion, that is nice. So this guy is, for example, shooting 4 times, and then you can jump because he's always shooting up. So yeah, we have a safety right now, a safety thing. And no worries, like I said, I wanted to try something for you, and normally it's not happening that I bonked this guy, but I was just yeah. Thinking too easy, you know? And as always, there's a stun lock function if you just saw, like if you get hit, you get in a stun lock situation. And yeah, you are like not getting more damage until you stop being in that stun locked situation. And yeah. I was hoping to have a good run, and now I just had to make a backtracking. Okay, let's do it correctly this time. And I would just wanted to explain that huge damage everywhere, and yeah, you just have to try to avoid everything and jump in the right time, you know, things like that. Don't get hit, and all is fine. So this time we are not getting hit, like you saw. It's actually really easy. Let's hit again. Do you know that feeling when you die in a not purpose way and then you just your timing goes completely off because you are completely not sad but like worrying because something happened in your run? That is right now my feeling. But it's fine actually. So since we already got one potion, we are just taking another one for safety. And the wonderful thing is that shows I'm human. The interesting thing is when you die you lose all your power-ups, so we only have 2 fireballs, we would have normally 4. And we fight this guy right now, the mummy dragon, and every fireball, if we hit him, can make an extra hit. He can come directly down, or he can stay up. So here you saw that, and normally I have 4 if we would then die. But since we died, we lost all the magic and we can only hit him 3 times. With every fireball we can even disconnect one of his shots, like one of his attack patterns. But yeah, now we have to play him in the normal way. Waiting until in the right top you see the HP. And the HP is in percentage they say, but it's actually for me just 26 points. Like every dragon has 100 points. And yeah. They say in the manual it's a percentage, but for me it's just how much it is. And we are just killing him, and we are collecting directly the flame, and now we turn into Mouse Man. So, what is the cool thing about Mouse Man? Mouse Man can walk on yellow blocks. Doesn't matter if he's on the ground or if he's on the top. And these yellow blocks are in the start, also in the start screen, and then you can now go to the next part of the open world, because it was before just blocked, and now you just go as a mouse man into the next world. And I mentioned in the beginning about these things called charm stones. Well, you actually need minimum 5 charm stones. We have 4 right now. And we need 1 more. There are 2 ways that we get 1 more. We get it on the way by an enemy. It's a 1 to 16 chance by some enemies that you get it. And the other chance is if we don't get the drop, that we are getting it in a special treasure that is kind of a small backtracking, but the run is definitely safe to continue, since there are 2 ways to get a special armor: by luck or by having enough charm stones and buying it. So every enemy, like you already saw in my death, is kind of deathless, because like most of the runs we play with low armor, like almost no armor. And the second heart is just a security thing. And we are just going forward right now. Going the labyrinth, you know, as a mouse man. You see that the yellow blocks we can connect, and we hope for just a drop of a charm stone, so we don't have to make backtracking. The interesting thing about also this shop situation is, like, sometimes we have to select an armor to see other items, because then you have more charm, since the only way to bring up your charm is actually to have an armor or to have charm stones. So yeah, we are just going here into the forest. You see the graphics are wonderful. Like, I know most of the people of you actually played a lot of Nintendo. The Sega Master System was actually not so famous in the time, but it has really cool games. And yeah. Like I already mentioned, this Sega Master System game was mentioned as the best one in the 8-bit version of Sega. Yeah, I think my timing is off. I'm fine with that. So these skeletons can actually, like, they run away until a certain part, and then they just come back to you. And like, you can collect on these yellow blocks, but if you hold up, you just can jump over them. And this guy can be really annoying, like you see. So we kill him. And yeah, we're about to enter the next dungeon. It's kind of a looking like a labyrinth. And there's not much RNG in this game, actually. There is kind of luck drop later. Another funny part is about this game that every key functions for every door, so you don't need a special key. So every time when you collect a key, you can actually open every door, what is kind of cool, because we will do a lot of things called collecting keys for different doors. So after we are defeating this boss, we are actually collecting another time a key to open something else, because we have to get some armor, you know? And this is the second dungeon, and this is, like I said, kind of a labyrinth. You have to go the whole way from the left to the right, collecting some money, you know. And in the end, you will fight another boss. Every time when you have full HP, the guys who would drop a heart are dropping a fireball. We're just collecting some money because we need some money, because we have to buy special armor called Dragon Mail, and later we have to buy a special sword called the Tasmanian Sword. And yeah, big damage everywhere. There's the Charm Stone. Hey, we had luck! Perhaps I changed the RNG because of, I don't know. So we don't have to make backtracking right now, that's the cool part. We got the lucky drop of Charm Stone, what we needed. Oh, we have another one. Okay, what is going on right now? Now I have two. And here, for example, I was jumping on the other wall just to despawn that guy, the green guy, because he can spawn in the ground and in the top. And now we're going on the other side of that dungeon, and there will be appearing later green ghosts. They make a ton of damage, so we have to be aware about that. And now we are just continuing. The cool thing about Mr. Mouseman is he has a shield, so he can block these projectiles. And now come these green ghosts, and we are just scaring them away because we just don't want to play with them. Every hit of them make a huge damage because, like I already mentioned, we are on really low armor. So we just scare them away. They need actually 2 hits, but we don't want to play with them. We have actually 6 Charm Stones. That's kind of funny. So perhaps the death changed the I would say the, what is it called? Every system has a global timer, I think. So I think we changed this just the global timer. So we got the Charm Stone here. Some of the enemies need 2 hits, some of them 1. And we are about to enter the next boss room as Mouseman and fight the next boss. And yeah, again the same game like before with the boss. 100 HP percentage, bring it down to 0 and then get a new form. Since this boss fight is really easy, I can explain what we are doing right now. We will skip some dungeons. We will skip the water dungeon and we will skip the lion dungeon. Why? Because we get a special sword where we can change forms. The developers actually, nobody knows if that was intended or not, made a way that you can use this Tasmanian sword called to change into all forms, even the ones you didn't free, like you didn't get. So what we are just doing right now, like I already mentioned, we are just getting a special armor and a special sword, and then we just go into get the legendary sword and go to the last dungeon. So now we are just collecting all the money, and yeah, like I already mentioned, starting to skip something called the word of the Piranha Man and the word of the Lion Man. Interesting part, there's another category called all bosses. All bosses means you are not allowed to use the Tasmanian sword. and yeah, you just have to do it on the normal way. So here's the thing what I mentioned with the key. We are just collecting here a key, but we are using it later for another door. And yeah, we have to now to get we have to go to a part where there's lava, and to pass this part we actually have to buy a mail, an armor called Dragon Mail, and we can only pass it when we have this Dragon Mail. The funny thing about this game is you need 5 charm stones, and we only get 4 for free. That's why I was mentioning that we need 1 charm stone drop. We had it, so we can actually buy it without any problems. And like I mentioned, a lot of damage from the enemies. The color is showing how much damage they make. You have red, green and blue. And like when you play this with 1 heart, kind of risky. Why did this guy give me a potion? That was kind of funny. We have 3 potions. That is actually the maximum what you can get. It's kind of funny because normally I don't get that. And now we have the maximum of potions. We needed that before actually. So what we are doing right now is we are going another charm stone. What is going on here? My goodness. Okay, so we have enough charm stone game. Just don't do more, I guess. So we are just right now hoping for a drop here. Didn't get that drop. It's called the Dragon Mail drop. You can actually destroy that enemy there and hope for that armor what I was mentioning. We didn't get that. It's a lucky thing. But you can actually get that armor for free. And like you see right now, when I'm in the lava, I will lose HP. So that's why we need this armor to buy. Because the next part after is actually really not possible to reach it, even if you would have all the HP. And now we're just collecting here some money, getting 1 thunder, and buy that Dragon Mail. Why? Like I said, we have to go to the part on the right side, and to reach that part on the right side, we need an armor what can be used in the lava. And now you see like water, we can go into the lava. Another charmstone, are you kidding me? Okay, that is kind of crazy. I think I had like 4 or 5 charmstones. Never happened before, you know this meme what we are always saying. What is kind of interesting is every form has kind of abilities. The lizard man actually can for example go into the lava without getting any damage. And yeah, the Piranha Man is called, this guy is called Piranha Man, can swim. The Mouse Man can be tiny and go on the blocks. Like every form has some abilities. We go now in this room to change our forms. This is the intended way actually from the game later, without the Tasmanian sword, that you go into these rooms and change your form manually in that changing room thing. And for example, the manual says to finish that game you need 2 swords for sure. One is that Donner sword, what we are just getting right now. What does that Donner sword do? It destroys blocks. And then there's another one called the Magicka Saber, and the Magicka Saber even produces blocks. So these 2 we need to finish. I will show later why. And now we come to the part where I was mentioning. We are skipping right now the dungeons as Mouseman and get the Tasmanian sword, go out, get the legendary sword, and go to the last boss. Another glitch what is here in that game, I will mention when we get that. And now it's like kind of a concentrating thing because huge damage. I mean, we have 3 potions, but I don't want to call it. So always the same pattern, just don't get hit. I already said that in the beginning of the run when I was just getting it, you know. Here you have to take a hit to be fast. But now we should not get any more hits, or not so much at least. This guy always shoots and disappears. And the blue color shows their power. And here, these blue guys, they are not dropping anything, we are just killing them. And if we're not going fast enough, another one would appear. We jump over this. This guy jumped over, this is RNG, that was luck. So anything else than the beginning was kind of okay until now. We got the luck, we got I think 50,000 charm stones. And we have enough money definitely to buy the Tasmanian sword right now. And yeah, we're just going here forwards, don't care about the money, just hit everything on our way, you know. Minnie Mouse Man. And here is a path to the down and to the up, and you will not understand why you have to go here in the top. Well, there's a hidden shop. Yeah, and the hidden shop is just allowing us to buy the Tasmanian sword. And now we're just changing into the Tasmanian sword, and now see what I'm doing. I'm changing the forms. There's a remastered version of this game called Wonderboy the Dragon's Trap, where you can also change the forms, but only into forms what you already beaten with the dragons. Here you can actually change into every form, even into the human. The reason why this is possible is not known, nobody knows. But yeah, we are just playing here. You saw a zip, correct? You can actually make zips here as a human. Why you can make zips? Because the human is actually not available. So yeah, you just use the zips to just pass, and now you're just going here as a Hawkman. And yeah, the hidden shop is in the remastered version too. We collect now a lot of money to have 2000, and then we buy the hardest armor. Another glitch thing here, this hardest armor. In the remastered version, fixed here not. If you are activating the hardest armor in the last dungeon, you get infinite potion situation. That means every time when you lose your hearts, you get a refill. So that's why you can even beat this game with one heart. And here is the second sword what I was mentioning, the Magicka sword. And yeah, like I already mentioned, in the remastered version made by Lizard Cube, Wonderboy the Dragon's Trap, you can only change into forms what you have already get, like which dragons you have beaten. In this version, you actually can change into every form you want, from the Lizard Man to the human, even when the human is the key what you want to reach in the end. And now we go to the old castle, it's called. We use the key what we got after the Mouse Man, because every key functions for every door. And now we are just getting the legendary sword to beat the last boss faster. A speedrun without that hardest armor is, in my eyes, almost impossible, because that guy makes a ton of damage. And if we are reaching the incentive goal by any way, I will show you the fight as Hawkman. Hopefully we get that $100 match, so we can fight this guy as this form as a Hawkman and not as a human. As a human you just need 4 hits to destroy him, or 5. And as a Hawkman it will take longer, much longer. We will see. So, if you guys didn't do any donation, there's still an incentive open for...
Speaking of this incentive, I'm sad to announce that you're going to have to fight the final boss as Hawkman.
So you guys want to see me failing. Thank you very much. No problem. So we are taking here another damage, and then we are just doing another death warp, just to mention. Just go on. I just wanted to explain what we are doing.
It's fine. We got a $62 donation from Clipper1 that said, "Let's go." So thank you very much.
Let's go. Thank you very much. So, let's go. I didn't play that for a longer time in that version, by the way, so we will have a lot of fun for sure. Like I mentioned in the manual, it says you need the magical saber and the saber to destroy everything. Why? Because you have to make a block here, and then you need the other saber to get this secret door. There's no other way to go into that last dungeon. The only way is to get the Magica Saber and the Thunder Saber, it's called. And that is the only way to enter that last dungeon right now. So we are in the last dungeon right now, and this is kind of a, let's say, showing again every form, what we connected and collected. So it's like you start as a Hawkman, you go then into Mouseman, and you go into the next form. Like, it will show all the parts again, what we just got, even when we didn't get the dungeon of the water part and the dungeon of the Lion Man, what is kind of cool actually, but since we are playing any percent, we can actually skip these things. And normally you see the doors in front of every time when you have a new section. These doors actually want you to change into the form. Since we have the Tasmanian Sword, we can actually change into the forms like that. So that like, this is a real fun part of speedrunning, because like I said, normally you had to deal as the form you have right now. Since you have the Tasmanian Sword, you only have to deal. If you're changing there in that part, you just skip, like zip, because it's normally pretended for the Mouse Man, and since we are changing into that Piranha Man, it zips out and you're just here. That was the water part, and now we have here a very interesting part, because it's really hard to block everything. It's kind of random. I never trained that, since yeah, you have always the refill, and we only got one hit, what is really cool. So yeah. Another funny part here, if you would play on the normal way, you just have to go forward, because many people just wait and then they get hit. So it's just going forward and don't care. And changing again into the Mouseman quickly to go here. Like, most of the rooms where you have to go to the left have this small part. Even that one, what has kind of a guy here, has this small passing part as a Mouseman. So yeah, really a speedrun, changing into the form what you just need, flying over these guys. Normally you would have to fight them as a Lion Man. Yeah, the Tasmanian Sword is a really cool item actually, and makes that speedrun a lot of fun. And like I already mentioned, you see that damage. I was just wanted to show that. These blue guys, these blue ninjas, make a ton of damage, and even the last boss. So yeah, cool part definitely that you have this hardest armor on this glitch, because if not, like you see how many times I just get a hit and I directly die, is that without the hardest armor it would actually not possible to beat this game in with 1 or 2 or 3 hearts, because you see how much damage, like we would be like 5 times dead already. So yeah, we are playing right now the last boss as Hawkman, and Hawkman makes only 8 or 12 damage, and we have 100 HP to come. So feel free to laugh a lot, because this will be a really funny fight, because you will see me a lot of stun locks, and we try to hit him, but he shoots also, so prepare to see stun locks forever. Because this guy does random, he can fly, and we also fly, and shoots whenever he wants. And yeah, every hit would be a 2 damage, and we can maximum get 8 hearts. So you have actually to hit him in the face, in the ground face, and we would be dead, I think, 10 times now. And yeah, the easy way would be just stay here and hit him like that, but I want to do it on the pro strat. So let's try to do a little bit. Pro strat means in the air, hitting him every time. You see, he has like only 4 damage. Oh, I think I know why. Oops, I forgot to change the sword. Oh god. We have a legendary sword, you remember? I play right now with the Tasmanian Sword, so it will take even longer. Yeah. Okay, now we have a problem, because it will take forever. Shit. Okay. So now you have a really, like, not a shit show, but I don't want to say this word right now, but Let's see how long it will take until we beat this guy. Oh, guys, sorry. So it could take, I think 10 minutes or something. Depends. We need 88 more hits. Why not? Okay. I don't know if I can actually even change into the Tasmanian Sword, with the Tasmanian Sword into the human form. But it doesn't matter. Let's make 81 more shots. That will be taking a lot of time. 79. Will we ever finish it? Yeah, not intended. I was so focused to play on Hawkman and to talk about that I was completely forgetting that I have to change it to the wonderful legendary sword what I have normally for every time. So 73. Oh my god, that will take forever. Can we actually? I want to try out something. Can we actually change? Yeah. Okay. So this is the human form. Let's see if we make more damage. I just want to. I'm just curious. No. So let's just change back into the Hawkeye form. 71 hits. Okay, that will be for sure tomorrow in speedrun fails. 70! You can count for yourself! 69! It would take forever. Oh my god! What have I done? Oh my goodness. 67! 66! We are not even half. 65! Oh my goodness. 64! He gets a critical hit. 62! We are in Pokemon! So it can only make 1 or 2 damage. My goodness. 61! Oi oi oi. 61 again, no damage! 60, no, 59, let's go! 57! I love it too. I never fought this guy with that sword actually. Oh my god. I want to mention actually there is a task for this game. And the task is actually using boomerangs and really weak swords. So it's always 1 or 2 damage. He's using 100 charm stones what he collects on the beach. I think the task is a 23-minute run. That will be like I said, the task is actually using these kind of strats, but this is not intended. 54. God. And he shoots random. You never know. 51. Yeah, we would be like dead 20 times, 30, 40 times I think we would be already dead. 50! We are in the 50%! Let's go! Okay, sorry if I break every estimate after that. It was not intended. I was just a dumb German person. And I will be remembered for every fail in speedrunning, I guess. 50! No, 45! So there's a good training actually to play again the other version of Wonder Boy All Bosses. So it's a really good training. 43! Let's go! 41! We're coming close! Oh my god. Hey, I'm hitting much better than in the beginning, definitely, so it's a good training. Imagine you have to do this forever. 36. So, I think Nero would be already done in this game. Oh my god. 34! Come up, you stupid vampire dragon. This guy is, by the way, called Vampire Dragon. And the game forces you actually to take the legendary sword, because you would be dead forever. 30! 28! Oh my goodness. This is good training. Really good training. for people who want to laugh. I have tears in my eyes, guys. I have freaking tears in my eyes. So is that nothing for $100 incentive? That is something really funny for me even. The combo! Oh, he hit me, okay. 22. We are almost there, guys. Almost. Almost! Come down, you freaking shooting parasite thing, I don't know. It's random if he goes left or right. 20! Hit me! Time will be in the moment when we are collecting the Salamander's cross. The Salamander cross comes from top. We have 60 more hits to go. If we are not having any problems here. We have problems. Give me the energy, guys. I cannot play this anymore. Death for the 54th time, I think, or 56th time. 14! 13! 12! You can count if you want. No, better not counting, it will take more time. 11! I get hit! 9! We are under double digits! 7! 6! Come on! It's only 6 more critical hits! Ah! Oh my goodness. 5! 3! Hopefully 2 more hits. Come on! 2 more hits! Stun locking forever. 2! And final hit? No, 1 more hit, of course. Oh my goodness. Come on! Come down for me. Come down. We do it on the funny way. We do it on the funny way. I show you the funny way. Come down. I'm jumping too high as a freaking bird. Okay, let's do it in the air. Let's do it with style. There's the style. Okay, time comes in the moment when I cannot move anymore. And time. Oh my god. Thank you very much for not paying attention. We did the run. I don't even know if we went under the estimate or over the estimate, but it was fun for sure to play this boss forever. God. Oh my goodness, that was fun, yeah. What a small mistake can change the whole run.